up until about 10:30 is when you really start seeing the crowds come in.
Yeah.
Especially if you pick a day like that first Monday, which I think that first Monday, that was the first time I have ever gone to the fair on that particular day, the first Monday of the fair. I actually went to the fair yesterday, which would be Friday before Labor Day. And wow, I showed up at almost the exact same time, just after 9.
Crazy.
The crowd was amazing. I don't know that they set a record or anything like that. They may not have, but you compare the Friday before Labor Day to the first Monday, night and day.
This is why we always do the first Monday, because it usually gets people go the first Saturday and Sunday, and the Monday is kind of I don't really want to go. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are usually like kind of the nobody wants to go days, and then Thursday, Friday get up there. But like I was saying, if we do a podcast at the fair next year, guys, we will do it. That'd be a great time. I think all of us had fun. It was a good time. Sabal, your wife and your kid, I know, had a good time.
Yeah, Liesel actually fell asleep within 10 minutes of us leaving.
Yeah, because she's younger, so it's like, all that activity, and then we were at the Midway, and all this stuff was like, it's crazy, right?
Yeah. I actually went on some rides on the Midway.
You did, with my
Kelly.
wife.
Yeah, that was fun.
Because I don't go on rides. I'm not a ride guy.
I don't go on rides either.
Yeah. I play games. I try to win stuffed animals that are worth like $1, but
I got screwed over on the mole game.
Yeah, that
Whack-a-mole?
happens.
Yeah, I swear I won that.
Yeah,
I don't care what anybody says.
I mean, they're carnies, though.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to let you win. They're supposed to let you. They let certain people win so they can show off the big prizes, and then you go there and spend your $20 and don't win anything. So, great day at the fair, guys. The Saturday before the fair, I went to the Renfest.
Insane. Doing both of those in the same weekend.
I know, guys. It was fine, but it's not for the faint of heart. Dave, I know you're going tomorrow. Yep, which should be a nice day outside.
I think it's supposed to rain.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not going to be nice then.
I won't mind.
It can be muddy because they have all the Renfest. For those of you who don't know, and probably most of you people listening do know, is the Renfest is out in like a wooded area, and there's no like pavement. The State Fair is on grounds of streets and stuff. The Renfest is in a wooded area, and there's dirt, and so if it rains, it gets muddy.
It'll be very Middle Ages.
It'll be very Middle Ages for you. The other thing I don't like about the Renfest now is the fact that I don't know when this happened, because I've been going for a couple of years now, but all of a sudden Shell's has taken over all the beer there. And I'm a big fan of Shell's beer. I love Shell's.
Yeah,
I go to Oktoberfest every year with my friend Nels. We have a good time. But for one beer company, especially Shell's, to take over all the beer at one place, kind of gets annoying. Because I can have a Grain Belt Premium or whatever for a while, but I'm not gonna I want something different. Right. I want maybe I want a Surly. Maybe I want something else, just to kind of cleanse the palate, get something back. No, it's all Shell's. All Shell's. Oh, they have mead now, too. Which is
they've had that for a while. The last time I went to the Renaissance Fair, which was probably a good 9 years ago at least.
They had mead back then?
They did, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so. We went last year. We went the year before, right after we moved back from Colorado, and I don't think 2016 it was Shell's. So it was either last year or this year.
I think it was last year they changed it,
and I can't remember. Oddly enough, I can't remember last year, but I can remember 16.
Which is, it's fine, because Shell's actually does a great job. They bring out, like, their blueberry beer they got there. Yeah. They got their Oktoberfest. They bring out some of their beers they don't normally bring out, which is great. But on the same token, I would love to have a Surly, a Summit, maybe some other beer, just randomly throughout. Yeah. You can have 75% Shell's, but make some random stuff out there. Don't make it all Shell's. Right. The other thing I don't like about the Renfest, even though I do like it, is the fact that they always are like, sir, ma'am. They always have the accent. So when you're talking to those people, you hear
that's
the whole...
like the point.
I understand that's the point, but after a while it gets kind of annoying.
Did the United States have a Middle Ages?
No, it didn't. But I'm just saying, when you're out there for a while and you've been drinking a little bit, then it's like, just give me the beer. Don't say...
I kind of agree.
There you go, Seth.
I kind of agree with Dave on this one. If you're going to go to the Renfest, you better expect that.
I expect it. I do.
I want to see people make me feel like I am stepping into the Middle Ages.
And you do. I'm just saying after...
So they'd have an English accent
But after,
saying
like-
sir and ma'am. I don't
But
try
after
to
like a
do
couple
that, so.
hours, it gets a little annoying. Because you just
Did
want
you
to
have
get your
anyone
beer.
harass you?
Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah.
I also last year I didn't.
I also saw, well, the other thing about Renfest that I'm going to bring up is the fact that there are numerous people there wearing things they should not be wearing in public. Ever. There are people out there wearing things that they shouldn't be wearing, but it looks good.
Right.
Because there are some women who are wearing the corsets and they're just hanging out. There's also women there wearing things they should never be wearing in public, but it's the Renaissance Festival, so we can do this.
Right.
You know?
It's a lot like Halloween.
Yeah. I'm not going to the Renfest in a cod piece. I'm not doing that.
Thank God.
But why would I do that?
But it's nice to know that you could probably feel like you could do that.
Well, I could, but I would never do it.
See, this year, tomorrow, I'm actually going to buy a costume.
You're going to buy it?
Really?
What kind of
You're
costume?
one of those guys.
Yeah, I've wanted to for years. Sarah and I have talked about it, but I was like, we always put it off.
So
And I have a Scottish broadsword.
Yes.
That has a metal sheath and everything.
Yeah.
And I've just never done anything with it.
So
you can bring a sword to the
You
restaurant?
can.
As long as it's locked in place inside the sheath.
Yeah, you can bring dogs there now too. So how much are you going to spend?
I haven't decided yet.
Because at the Renfest on Saturday, my mother-in-law bought my oldest daughter a dress for $85.
Yeah, I was planning on about 150 probably.
And I was like, what? She's only going to wear this like once. Maybe next year if she doesn't get any bigger, which she's going to get bigger. She's 10, right? $85 flipping for this thing.
See, the nice thing is if I buy a costume,
Yeah.
unless I grow outward,
Yeah.
it's always going to fit me.
Which is potential. There's potential there to grow outward.
Quite a bit of
Because at our age, there's potential to grow outward and inward depending on the seasons.
Thankfully, I've been going inward lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Let's talk about one other thing after the Renfest. Dave had to build a fence.
Built a fence, yes.
And so he has been texting all of us to help him out. And it ends up that there's a company in Minnesota that he bought the stuff from. I'm not going to name it. Menards.
Technically Wisconsin.
Menards. And they didn't give him the stuff.
Right.
And the 2 dates he wanted to use all the rest of us for his hard labor. So you ended up doing it yourself.
I did it myself.
Yeah.
Well, half myself. I mean, I'll still do the other half myself.
Yeah,
probably.
yeah. But you just got out there and just kind of did it.
Yeah, it was one of those things where, I placed the order.
Yeah.
Oh, everything's in stock. Fantastic.
Yeah.
A week later, nothing's in stock.
Yeah.
So I waited, 6 weeks. And, it finally came in. It rained.
Yeah.
And I was like, raining equals wet ground equals easier to shovel.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So screw it. I'm going to do it. Of course, I tried by hand.
Whoops.
Anyone that has not seen what I look like,
Yeah.
I'm not a guy that's prone to physical labor.
I don't think the three of us. I don't think
Right.
either of us are.
No.
So I got about half away, maybe 3/4 of the way down a 2-foot hole, digging with a shovel. And my neighbor was like, "Dude, go rent an auger."
He didn't say, "Dude, you need some help."
No,
What?
I don't think he's ever asked me. No, that's not true.
Well, okay.
He has.
Okay.
I know that he's not going to listen to this, so I suppose I could have just kept it at that. But so I was like, yeah, all right. So I checked. Home Depot had an auger,
Yeah.
not Menards.
Yeah.
I didn't check Menards.
You
I was
shouldn't
a little bit upset with it.
You should be.
And got an auger, went back,
Nice.
did one side, half of it, and then all of a sudden my parents are like, "Oh, you should have told us. We'd come over." And I'm like, "Well, it's 5:30.
Yeah.
Come over."
Yeah. Well.
They're 2.5 hours away. So then the next day that night they came over, and the next day we did the other side.
Okay.
So really it was me.
Hold on a second. So your parents drove out 2.5 hours to help you with the fence?
Yes. And help
Wow.
should be in quotes.
I want to meet your parents. I got some help around the house I need to have done.
They'd probably help. Yeah, so, that's the hard part. That's the hard labor part.
Yeah.
The augers are probably about 60 pounds.
Yeah.
Digging down 2 feet, having to pull it out with dirt caked to them. Gets pretty heavy.
Yeah.
I was sore until easily Wednesday.
I bet.
I've been going to the gym. Yeah, I didn't go to the gym this week.
No, you shouldn't have.
Feel the need to.
You did it one time. It's fine.
Yeah, now I have the tedious part, which is the connecting all the pieces.
Yeah. When are you going to do that?
I haven't decided yet.
Could you give us a date? Because I'll make sure that I'm not around for that date. Just kidding.
Yeah, you can do it while we're on the cruise.
Okay, so Dave put in a fence by himself, which is... the reason I bring it up is because you texted us numerous times about when it was going to come in. And
right.
Can you help? And I was open one weekend and some other guys were... And then it just never happened. And then you end up doing it yourself, which is funny. We do our podcasts once every 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, Dave Stevens and myself, with our friend Nels and my wife, Kelly, will be on a cruise out of Seattle for the Adam Carolla podcast cruise. So...
Which really sounds fun, by the way.
It's gonna be a blast. So Dave Sterling will be doing the podcast with a special guest. We don't know.
To be determined.
To be
It could
determined.
be John. It could
be
be
John
a
Drewski.
real special guest.
Could be a real special guest. It could be John Drewski. We don't know yet. We are going to attempt, depending on what time you guys do the podcast, we're going to attempt to call in for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And just say, hey, we're having a good time on the cruise. That's that. If we can't, no big deal. But, yeah, so that's in 2 weeks. After that, I think in a month, I'm hoping, because that'll be the end of September, we get back to one more brewery, which we'll decide. I know Alloy wants us to come back out again because they're very excited that we were out there, and they did a lot of promotion for us. Invictus did a lot of
really
promotion
have
for
to
us.
think about Lupulin.
Lupulin, yeah, up in Big Lake. We could do that one. We could do Auger in Ager in Elk River. There's a couple other ones around here we could do. So that'll be in a month. But in 2 weeks, you will not hear me and Dave Stevens because we will be on a cruise.
A bit emotional for me because if everything works according to plan, which my plan has changed numerous times.
Yeah.
The podcast after the one we're going to miss for the cruise, I very well likely could be out of the country and miss yet another. So it might be a good month and a half before I can participate again.
Did you turn in your time with HR about the time you're going to be out?
Right.
Because
PTO request.
PTO request.
Yeah.
Well, you can call in from where are you going to be? Like
I could.
Argentina.
Most likely, I could call in.
It's
Argentina,
right? Same time zone, right?
It's 2 hours ahead. It's Atlantic time zone.
So that's really?
So yeah, it's not.
But
bad.
you could call in.
Yeah. No, I could.
Yeah. It could be like call in from Argentina. It'd be great.
God, I'm trying to picture globe, and I cannot imagine that Argentina's 2 hours ahead.
I thought the same thing, and like you think, or I thought, number one, I thought Argentina's actually not that far away. Because I've been to Australia, I've been to New Zealand, I've been way out there, and like that's a long ways away. And so my first thought, it'll be 5-hour flight. No, it's a 10-hour flight or 9-hour flight from Atlanta.
Really?
It's very far
very
south.
Far down, yeah.
When you look at the globe, and if you look at a globe, it's actually, it's not directly south. It's not directly below South America, especially Argentina kind of is off to that eastern side. So.
Well, and there's potential there. You're going to miss us talk about a lot of losses because we're terrible.
Let's be optimistic.
We're hoping that we're going to talk about some wins, but you never know.
I want to call in from Victoria, British Columbia, and talk about a win on the road versus DC United. That's what I want.
Yeah, that'd be nice if we were if we're in Victoria which we should be in Victoria that day on our cruise. We can call in for a couple minutes and talk about a win, and it's also our friend Nels. I don't know if Nels listens. Does Nels listen to the podcast?
Yes.
It does.
Okay, so it's our friend Nels's 40th birthday when we are in Canada that day. He will turn 40 that day.
That being said,
Does it count if you're in Canada?
I think it does.
I've never actually watched him listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm going on hearsay and what he tells us.
Well, if he listens to the podcast, he'll know I just said happy birthday, pre-happy birthday, because Dave and I have been trying to figure out what we're gonna do that day in Victoria Beer's coming. We got to find something to do for his 40th birthday.